Thank you for tuning in to MacroView Television, and welcome to a brand new edition of the Taiwan Outlook, the program that presents the different faces of Taiwan. I'm your host and moderator, Wu Ruiguo. On most festive occasions, we can almost always see a lion dance performing, which symbolizes peace, happiness, and prosperity. And on today's program, we're delighted to have Ms. Jennifer Lee, who is the manager of the planning department of the TAIWAN Lion Dance Theater in Taiwan, to discuss the development and the culture of lion dance in Taiwan. Welcome to the program, Jennifer.
Hello. Hey. Hello, I'm Jennifer.
Yes, it's a delight to have you here on the program.
Thank you.
Before we start in talking about lion dance, can we ask you some questions about yourself?
Oh, sure.
For example, what did you study in college? And did you study a subject that's related to theater? And how did you get involved with the theater production?
Okay. My major in college actually was American and English literature, which that you might know that the major was studying drama.
Yes.
You know, as a literature work. However, in Fujian University, my college, we were having a very good program of performing art, which gives students a chance to use the language, to understand the background of the certain age of the certain persons, and that's a very interesting class. And through the class, we do have a very good professor leading us to understand the theater art, which gave me a very, very good time. And I was thinking about maybe this is something I would love to do for my whole life. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I, after my graduation, I stay in campus theater as a system that do the management of the theater. And gradually, I started thinking about should I choose literature study to be my lifelong career, or something I feel some passion in it, which is a theater work. So that's what I start to study in theater and also really work in theater.
Yeah. So you study English and American literature in college, but you ended up doing theater production for a very traditional form of Chinese and Taiwanese art. Why the switch? What prompted the switch?
Actually, in my working time, which are over 10 years, and usually I work for theater productions as like executive producers, or I do have a very special project that I'm doing a theater management. I have 4 contracts at hand, and it's a very good chance to know this team, TAIWAN Lion Dance Theater. Before I know them, I don't really have any chance or any special interest in traditional arts. I'm honest that I have to say that. But after I know them, I see how much they appreciate the traditional art that they inherit. And also, I really, really enjoy to see the performance. And also appreciation about some people, they are so willing to dedicate themselves into so much to find a modern life for traditional arts. Yeah, that's what I start to work with them like 2 years ago.
Good. And the TAIWAN Lion Dance Theater was first established back in the year 2000. Yes. And the fact is, it was started by 3 Chen brothers in their 20s. And they were very successful before they started this, dance theater. Why did they decide to set up this TAIWAN Lion Dance Theater? That's a family story about the Chen family. As you might know that in their childhood, they started to perform lion dance and drumming, and most of the occasions are in temple fairs and sometimes in some folk life celebration event. For example, opening of a shop, opening of a company, or for some traditional festival. You know that, as you say, that lion represent good luck, peace, and prosperity. So people really, really appreciate to have lion dance and drumming for some very, very good happy occasions. And
that time was in their childhood. Okay. In their teenager times.
Okay.
And they were making very good money, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, not much money, but compared with a child or a teenager, they could do. They have a very, very good success in their lion dance performance career. However, in their 20s, as you said, they start to think about, is this our future? Is this enough for a whole life?
Yes.
And another very practical reason is during that time, Taiwan's economic situation is kind of was decaying. Means less people will spend a lot of money on inviting a lion dance.
Okay.
Yeah, and also the lifestyle was changing.
Right.
Was changing as well. You know, television, movie, a lot of different kinds of entertainment. So people are so much to enjoy their lives. Not like before. Most of the people, they could only have entertainment during temple fairs. Yeah. So that's the very important point, making them to think about where's our future. It seems like the market was different.
Yes.
Right.
So that was the primary reason for them to found the Lion Dance Theater.
Right.
Yes.
So because the youngest brother, Yi, he's the artistic director because he had a chance to be educated in his high school for some modern music and modern theater. That gives him very important inspiration about why our lion could not get on the stage and find a new stage in theater. Why not? Yeah, that's a very important reason.
Did the youngest brother ever had, classical training in theater production other than the, traditional art of lion dance?
The other?
No, the youngest.
The youngest, yes.
Yi, that you mentioned.
Yes. Only in his high school period.
All right.
Yeah, that's a very important period for him. Somehow, he studied for 5 years in high school because of, went out to have performance very often. Yeah, that's a very key point. He encouraged the other two brothers, said, we could try. You will never know if you don't try.
All right. And the three brothers, the founders of the TAIWAN Lion Dance Theater, had a dream about awakening the lion, lion dance.
Right.
Why? What's the substance of this dream?
Because once they started to accept the idea that maybe our lion dance could be also appreciated as an artwork. That in theater, that's a new word for them.
Yes.
And so they said, this is a dream because it seems like so hard to make it come true. However, I spent 2 years to persuade the other two brothers just about, let's just try. And we will know, since we are still young now, that we can still have the chance. So the very simple way to say the dream is like maybe someday our artwork about lion dance could get on national theater. So it's really like appreciated by people as an artwork. And maybe someday we could go abroad so foreigners could also understand how much the lion dance is so beautiful and so artistic. Yeah.
And we talk about lion dance, and you talk about the dream about awakening lion dance for the three Chen brothers.
Right.
What is the meaning behind the word awakening?
That's a story that I also asked about the three brothers about why awakening lion, because usually we heard that lion dance, just lion dance, not about awakening. So they say that it's a story that they inherit the lion dance from Guangdong. Guangdong. And the art was taken to Taiwan by some soldiers. who were their masters. So they also asked about the question about why awakening.
Yes.
So they say that during the time, the end of the Qing dynasty and the very beginning of the Republic of China,
yes.
that was the time that, Chinese are kind of not so powerful as before, and other countries seems stronger because the science, the economic power. So there's a saying saying Dr. Sun Yat-sen, he saw the colonies, they play lion dance with Kung Fu,
yes.
which is also a function that they could protect their family, protect the community, or they were even thinking about we could protect our country from the Western world. And Dr. Sun Yat-sen once said, the original name is Rui Shi. Rui means joy, good luck, fortune.
Yes.
But the sound of Cantonese say Rui Shi, very, very similar to sleeping lion.
Lion.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Dr. Sun Yat-sen say, no, we don't want sleeping lion.
Okay.
We should be awakening lion,
okay.
which means like a reminding, say, put yourself together, work hard. We should protect our own country,
exactly.
make our country be powerful again. That's a saying. I don't know it's a true story or not.
But this is certainly very important, especially on this year, 2011. That this is the 100th birthday of the Republic of China.
Yeah.
So this story behind why the name Awakening Lion Dance is very, very intriguing and very, very important.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to thank Ms. Jennifer Lee for giving us that background about herself and also her career so far in the theater production. We're going to take a short break on our program, and when we come back, we will continue to explore the culture of lion dance in Taiwan. I'll see you in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the second part of the program on today's Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Ray Guo, where we'll continue this very interesting conversation with Ms. Jennifer Lee, who is the manager of the planning department of the TAIWAN Lion Dance Theater in Taiwan. Jennifer, I see you brought us a little present. Yes, miniature-sized lion. And
right.
Can you tell us a little bit about its composition and its features?
Oh, okay. Actually, like what you say, it's a mini size of a lion,
yes.
Which you say that is very cute. That because this is a string puppet, they could move.
All right.
You can hear.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The mouse.
Okay.
And in our real lion,
yes.
that there's some design that inside the performer could move the mouth.
Okay.
It could move the ear,
of course.
the eyes,
okay.
which are very, very good to use to deliver some personalities of the lion, the emotion, and what are they thinking about, some fear, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And the colors of the lion meaning anything significant?
Wow, that's also the question most asked about.
Yes.
Actually, they say no.
Okay.
They say no. But
okay.
Usually we will see red, yellow one,
yes.
and silver one, which just traditionally some people believe that very, very good color represented good fortune.
Okay.
That's only the reason. However, there are so many colors, and it doesn't really mean anything.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Let's go back to TAIWAN Lion Dance Theater.
Okay.
You joined them for over 2 years now.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is, it is one of the better known lion dance theater groups in Taiwan. What do you think are the biggest distinguishing features or niche that the TAIWAN Lion Dance Theater has over others?
Oh, okay. As we mentioned before, they established a theater group because they would like to bring lion dance and traditional drumming into theater,
yes.
as artworks. That so the very important difference is our lions are personalized lions, which means the lion could be a certain age, has certain personalities.
Right.
He has mood.
Okay.
He has some thought. When when the lion is flying over on the top of the stool, our lion will show that sometimes he is afraid.
Okay.
He's afraid of trying, and he's very cute. He would like to ask audience to give him some support.
Okay.
Yeah, to say, hey, go for the lion.
Okay.
So that's very different way compared with other lion dance groups.
Okay.
Usually, the lion just would like to show you the very, very difficult high technique of how to playing the lion. They don't have characters inside of the lion.
No, and also there isn't so much of interaction.
No.
Between the lion dancers and also the audience.
You are right.
Okay.
They would like to show the audience how much we could do, how technical that we could use in playing lion. But in our lion dance show, like what you say, that we have so many designs for having some interesting interaction with the audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And going back to the founding of the dance theater group, this is, something of a, revolution in a sense. It was a very bold move on the part of the three brothers.
Yeah.
Trying to mix a traditional, Chinese art form with the Western theater production format.
Yeah.
And given the fact that, they're bound to be a lot of people are, skeptical, really reserved about whether you can make the transition, from a traditional Chinese art into a Western style of production.
Yeah.
And what did you think were the reasons or factors that made the transition a successful one?
Wow, that's a very, very big question. Actually, when the three brothers were thinking about doing some different way about lion dance, they worried about others' opinions. Yeah. Especially they worry about their masters. They ask each other, say, what would the master say about this?
Okay.
Is this really, out of tradition? Something, should we do this? And it turned out that the masters support them. Okay. Because those masters say that you give us some hope that our traditional lion dance could go on and be appreciated by young people, because you are doing it in a new way. You bring in some new knowledge, some new like some other elements. Okay. We are using some modern dance elements.
Yes.
Yeah, for example.
Yes.
And the master first they say, wow,
how come nobody ever thought about it before?
Right. Yes. At first, they didn't say anything. They say, okay. All right. Then they went away. And next time they say, we thought about that. We thought it's interesting. Okay. Interesting what you are doing. And it's difficult for the three brothers. The most difficult thing is for other performers, how to train them. Okay. Because for those performers who do the lion dance, they need to have a very strong, very firm training for the basic one, like traditional ways of technique, body training, rhythm training, and that is not enough for our new lion dance performances, and not enough. So we have to train them and then give them other kind of training classes. They need to attend the classes of modern dance, of Kung Fu, and sometimes even some mime, mime performance training, because and also drama training. Okay. They have to speak. Those performers say, no, we never speak on the stage. We just move. How come? How come you ask me to say some lines and do some gestures or some facial expression? For them, it's so much difficult. Okay. Yeah.
And how many productions do you have in a year?
Usually we will have one new annual production year, which is always performed in theater. Okay. Yeah, at least one. Okay. And the other occasions, we will depend on the request.
Of course.
Some company invite us, said we would like to have a certain show, we would like to have an element of lion dance or drumming or other elements. So we kind of create some little new shows for some special occasions.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the other, modern arts elements that you can identify for us that you have integrated into the, the theater production for the Team Win Lion Dance Group?
Oh, okay. For example, now
you talk about modern dance.
Modern dance.
You talk about kung fu.
Kung fu, yes.
Yes, and what are the things that you talk about speaking on stage.
Speaking, yes.
And what are the things that we can expect from a production from Team Win?
Okay. For example, there was an annual production named "The Rhythm of the Life."
Okay.
To us, it's drumming and dance production.
All right.
The theme of the production is about the birth of life, about the first rhythm you heard in your life is from your mama.
Of course.
In the heart beating. And because of the theme, we were using some reflection on the screen.
Okay.
You could see how the baby was growing in a mother's
womb.
Yes. Yeah. So that's some new elements we were trying to use. To us, we are open for different elements.
Okay.
Still thinking about what kind of new things that we could use. But the only two elements will never go away. That's about lion dance and drumming in our productions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So far, what is the reaction from audiences that you have performed your theater production?
So far,
generally positive, or something that this is not what I expected of traditional lion dance.
Yeah.
I can't, I don't like this. Has been such a reaction? Or generally positive?
Generally positive. Maybe those, if they don't like it, they don't tell us. Maybe, I don't know. But most of them will give us some positive support. Say, please go on. We are looking for your next new work.
Okay.
And in these 2 years, there's something very good about, because we think Team Win should not be the only group doing traditional arts in modern way. Never. We hope that other dance group, they could find their own way to have their own stage in modern life.
Yeah.
So in these 2 years, they're very interesting that we saw many members from other traditional lion dance group.
Yes.
They went to our performance.
Really?
Yes, and they would talk to us about wow, okay.
How to make the transition?
Yeah, they will also ask me questions about how do you develop artistic part?
Of course.
How do you have some new idea, creation, come from certain things, certain people? Or they will also ask one question about, well, now we know that establish a group and make the group could be running. That's a very important part, which is administration work. Should be very complete.
Okay.
Yeah. So they ask us a lot of questions. They say that they are also interested to find their own new way, which is very encouraging to us.
Yeah. Jennifer, we have about a minute left in this program. Yeah, I mean, in this part of the program.
Yep.
Can you tell us what are some of the other things that you are exploring to try to improve the quality of your theater production? Are you training more people and you're exploring new storylines, for example? Are some of these things being considered?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
And our teams always keep the status of open-minded.
Okay.
Like the artistic director, RE, he doesn't think he himself is good enough. Every production is directed by him. So now we are inviting a very professional theater director to join our production. That will be 2 years later. He would working with us and observe what we have now and use his own knowledge, his own creation or imagination, and
try to complement what you have available now.
Yeah, okay. And he's making a new story for us. We are discussing about that, and he's thinking about finding a real unique way of a new lion dance. He's thinking, he's trying. So that's a very good way that we open for different people. If you are interested in us, if you are feeling that you feel interested in doing something new, but it's coming from the very, very gift traditional art.
Exactly.
We are open for joining us. Yeah.
So we can look for bigger and better things from Team Win, Lion Dance Theater Group in the future. Good. Okay. We're going to take another break on our program, and when we come back, we'll continue this conversation with Jennifer Lee, who's the manager of the planning department at Team Win Lion Dance Theater in Taiwan. I'll see you in just a few minutes. Welcome back to today's program here on the Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Rick Guo. We'll continue our conversation with Ms. Jennifer Lee, who is the manager of the planning department at Team Win Lion Dance Theater in Taiwan. Jennifer, basically what Team Win has done in the last few years is no less than a revolution in the lion dance performance. It's a brand new aesthetics for lion dance. And what are some of the things that you prepare yourself as you embark on this role that's never been tested before, and you need more, of course, more professional, participation, and you need more creation, you need to, explore more, storylines and possible, character creations and all that. And what are some of the things, including training classes that you're preparing for the future?
Okay. Now we are having our training programs very regularly every week, because now we are having 12 full-time members in our team, which is very difficult for the team for performing groups. But we insist on doing that because only when you provide the performer a stable life, maybe not a rich life, but stable enough, performer could really concentrate on what they are doing. Means when we have regular training programs, they have to attend every classes. Of course, basically will be lion dance training, drumming training, and except that we are putting some new classes, which like a modern dance class, different way of movement. So the performer could be inspired while they are doing their performing. And some drama classes. It's about dialogue. It's about facial expression. It's about gesture, body movement, how to deliver your thought, deliver the emotion on the stage so the audience could understand. That's a very basic classes they are having now. Recently, we are adding some new class, Kung Fu class.
Really?
Yes, and it's really tough for the performer because the Kung Fu classes is not easy. No. Never easy. You have to take a lot of time, a lot of energy, which is very good because that will help the performer about concentration.
Yes. And also they need to be physically fit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because the lion head is, how much it weighs? About 10 kilos? It's not...
Maybe 7 to 8 kilos, I think.
But you need to, really, move it around and, through your movement, you express something to the audience.
Right. So physical training is very, very important. And also, recently, we were adding something about mind performance, jungling, Chinese jungling.
Really?
Yeah, training. That's also helped the performer to explore what they could do. Not only the traditional way, many ways, some elements that you could learn and into your own body. And then after that, your performance will be really unique one. It's really, really different from what they did before. Yeah, that's for some training classes. And the performers were always crying about too much. And, you know, I have to speak. Now I have to on the stage. And now I have to learn the modern dance movement. However, they were happy.
Yes.
Yeah, they were happy about to have this chance to explore more and to challenge themselves, see how much they could do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter remains is when they, you know, travel abroad, you know, sometimes you perform in front of a, you know, a different audience.
Right.
What has been generally the reaction from international audiences?
Wow. For example, in 2008, we were invited to the very famous Mine Festival in Chuncheon, Korea.
Okay.
Yeah. It was held 20 years, over 20 years. And it's the first time for most of the members go abroad to perform.
Okay.
And, you know, and we were performing the Flying Lion. The program is mainly about the essence of lion dance and drumming. Of course, we add some very interesting interaction with the audience. We have some plot. For example, some drummers compete with each other and would like to get some support from the audience. Say that he was not doing good. Look at me, and yeah, you know, compete with.
Perform better with than him. Yes.
Right. And when the lion was flying on the top of the stool, the lion would also show the audience that I'm kind of scared. Could I just stop, not keep on trying? The audience encouraged the lion, so the lion and go on. That performance, you know, out of our expectation, the artistic director of the festival said, your program turned out to be the most welcome one in our festival. Yeah, and the audience, it seems like they could just understand. They appreciate our performance very much, which also give the performer some confidence. Say, our traditional art to the foreign audience, they think we are wonderful, and they could tell we are doing traditional art. And also they could tell we are doing something new, something different. Yeah.
And as you know, the last year, 2010, was the year that two sides of the Taiwan Straits, China and Taiwan, we signed the so-called Economic Cooperation Framework Agreement, ECFA. And under ECFA, there's going to be intensifying exchanges between China and Taiwan, including in the area of cultural creativity and also in the area of theater production. Has Team Win Lion Dance Theater thought about performing in China or having some type of collaboration with your counterparts on the mainland?
Oh, yes. We were thinking about the whole world, you know, should be flat one. There's no boundary, there's no limit. And so ECFA, we are very positive to maybe we will have a bigger market because in mainland China, it's a share similar traditional culture. So we think they would appreciate what we are doing more, but so far we haven't had a chance to perform in mainland China. Not yet, but we are open for that. Some invitation talk to us about they choose us because they heard that you are doing something different. So maybe it's interesting to have a traditional one but different ones. So we are looking forward to have this chance. Yeah.
And the fact of the matter remains is that not only in China, not only for Korea, that the whole world, at least in Asia, should be the stage for Team Win in the years to come. Do you have a long-term or medium-term strategy for putting your performances onto the regional and also international stage?
Now we are doing a very how to say, maybe slow, but we are just get on the internet or get some information, some reference from friends, from some other theater workers, that what kind of festivals they had attend. So we would just knock the door by ourselves. We are sending our introduction. We are trying to email them. We post mail our brochure to them to introduce ourselves to them, what we are doing. And if you think you are interested in us, please send us invitation. That's what we are doing now. We call ourselves, it's a stupid way, but it's our own way to start to knock the door to different countries. That's what we are doing now. However, because in last 2 years, we have chance to perform out of Taiwan, for example, in Macau, in Korea, in the States. And we are also bringing those artists that we think is very interesting to Taiwan. That's our plan for next 2 years. We are bringing some artists from Korea, from Japan, and also from Macau, Hong Kong. Invite them to come to Taiwan to have some workshop, to have some shows that to share with Taiwanese audience, and especially to share with Taiwanese performers, theater workers. Yeah, that's our plan. So
you want to make a two-way exchange, not just us going out, but they coming into Taiwan too.
Yeah, because we appreciate the chance to bring us go out, because we learn a lot. And also, we appreciate like a culture affair office, they support us some transportation budget, so we learn a lot. And through that, we see the audience abroad. They appreciate, wow, Taiwan is a little place, but they are doing interesting things.
Very good things.
They say, maybe Taiwanese are, most of them are so creative as you are. We are feeling very happy to share with other countries about, yes, this is maybe the very good way to introduce Taiwan to the world. And meanwhile, when we see good artists abroad, we would like to bring them in. So other Taiwanese could share what we could have
to enjoy
abroad.
Their performance. Exactly. All right, we're going to take the final break on today's program here on the Taiwan Outlook. And when we come back, we'll continue this discussion with Ms. Jennifer Lee, especially about their international experiences and what kinds of assistance and efforts that we can do, both our government and the private sector, to help them in their brand new way of presenting lion dance to the world, not just to Taiwan. I'll see you in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the final part of today's program here on the Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Wu Rui Guo. We will continue our conversation with Ms. Jennifer Lee, who is the manager of the planning department at the TAIWAN Lion Dance Theater in Taiwan. Jennifer, let's talk about something that you remembered the most from all the international participations that the dance troupe has participated in the last few years.
Oh, okay. The very impressive one will be still the one in 2008. We were invited to Korea, South Korea, in Chuncheon. There's an international mime festival in Chuncheon. It was held 20 years, and their artistic director went to Taiwan, personally went to Taiwan, and looked at the different performances and decided to invite us to their festival. We stayed there for 8 days, and 10 days, and we have 8 performances. We do the performances for the opening of the festival, the end program of the festival. And because this chance, we started to learn wow, what kind of festival could be the last for 20 years? Then we found out 20 years ago, Chuncheon, this city, the city government would like to market their own city. But what's the special part of the city? They don't know. Okay. Before, that's a train line, the very end train station of a certain train line. The only thing that be famous is young lovers would like to take the train, go to the very last stop, and talk about how much I love you, and that's the only special of the city. The government would like to support a certain program, and there were some mime performers. They suggested, how about we do some art event as the very special part of the city? We could have a mime festival. So the government support and try. And it lasted for 20 years. It turned out that, like in theater field, internationally, it's very well known about Chunchuan International Mime Festival. And most of the people would think, wow, that's because there must be a story about in the ancient time, many people doing mime performances. That's why they have a mime festival. Actually not. They are just choose one, some worthy topic to be the topic of the city. And it's for tourism. Very, very successful. When we were there, we found a very special condition is they remind us, please, when you go out, please carry the pass of festival.
Yes.
He says you are performers for the festival. And we say, oh, how come? We said maybe they worried about we will get lost. It's easy. Maybe the policeman will say, oh, okay, performer from other country for the festival. Later on, we found no. The shops we visited, they were especially very kind to us. When they look at our pass, and be especially nice to us. And later on, we talked to some workers for the festival about this, what we found. They say yes, because the shop, they appreciate artworks. They appreciate art events because that makes the city very special, very unique. And some visitors, they would like to visit this city because it will be always a mime festival at certain time. And after mime festival, there is a theater festival. There are 4 or 3 festivals supported by the government, which brings a lot of visitors.
Yes.
They would like to set a plan. Oh, okay, next month, maybe I should visit Chunchuan because there's a very, very good festival over there. Okay. So we see art could help a city a lot in many ways.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, indeed. And when we look at the performances that you have overseas, and what are some of the lessons that you're able to pick up? For example, from your experience in Korea, about how to market a city, how to market its people. What are some of the things from this participation at the cultural activities in a foreign country that you can pick up? Maybe bring back to Taiwan, like you said, you would like to be a facilitator of two-way exchanges. Okay. What are some of the things that we can learn from them?
We were invited to Macau Fringe.
Okay.
And to them, it's over 10 years, I think. To them, Macau Fringe Festival was also planned to help to market the city. Macau, very important income for the area is for visitors.
Yeah, tourism.
Yeah, tourism is from tourism. And so when we were invited to there, we see what they are doing. They are having many little programs. They only invite 2 or 3 big performances and maybe 2 from other countries, which will give Fringe very good advertisement. However, at the same time, they want to encourage local little groups to be part of the Fringe, so they could learn from other country. Because good performers attend the Fringe, so the local young theater persons, they learn. They also perform for the Fringe. Okay. And they always plan the very, very big art parade. It's like almost working through the city, using different elements, different performers to create a very, very big parade. And again, visitors to Macau, they were really looking for the parade.
Yes.
It becomes also a very special part of Macau.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And given the fact that we often talk about Taiwan's soft power, and cultural creativity is a very big part of it.
Yeah.
And last year, our Legislative Yuan, passed the amendments to the law for the development of the cultural and creative industries in Taiwan.
Yeah.
And as an art worker, somebody who's been in the theater production for many years, what do you think about such amendments? And what do you think about the kind of legal framework, the kinds of support that we can expect from our government in terms of promoting our cultural activities and also our soft powers?
Okay. First, we are still positive to look at this. However, we do think that what the government could help is art workers are so used to focus on what they are doing. It's not aware of what happened outside of the world. They don't know how to work with some corporation. Because never, we never understand what businessmen are thinking. We don't know what they want from art. We don't know how our artwork could work with them. So, like what you say, we think if the government could put some more effort on help both sides, different people, they speak differently, they have their own language. Here's a business language, here's an art language. However, the government could be the very, very good at in between.
Okay.
Help them to talk to each other.
Okay.
Help the art workers to understand how your artwork could help some business company. Maybe give them some good ideas, some creative ideas.
Okay.
Or maybe when they want to reward the society with artwork, they could how they could invite you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a very important role to in between.
All right.
I really hope our government will understand that to our workers, different words.
All right.
Really, they need them to help
to be
talk.
a bridge. Okay.
Yes, right.
And finally, Jennifer, you've been in the business for many years, and you mentioned quite correctly that we need to have enough incentives for the corporations, for the private sector, to be a part of this cultural development and creativity promotion.
Yes.
Do you think there is enough incentives, for the private sector to get involved?
You mean so far?
So far, that you can observe, purely in your individual capacity, not representing, Team Win.
I think not enough.
Not enough.
I think everything has its own, beginning.
Of course.
It's much better than never.
Yes.
So, like what I said, really we need some help to make our art workers, especially administration person, to be educated again about how to deal with different words. But so far, it seems like a kind of stop now.
Okay.
We didn't hear something more new. How government will help us? But we see the very good beginning.
All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully, from this good beginning, that we can lead to better results in the future.
Oh, yes.
Certainly, from conversation with you today, Jennifer, on the program, we could sense your enthusiasm and the commitment to the theater production and also to art and creativity developments in Taiwan. Want to wish you all the best in the year of the Golden Rabbit, and all the success in your personal and private endeavors.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to come here to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I want to thank you for watching our program today. I'll see you next time on Macroview Television. Thank you very much. Have a Happy New Year.